All right, welcome back. We are about halfway through completing our first base. In this lesson, we're going to go ahead and complete this base with additional information we need about each candidate. And while we do that, we're going to explore 5 new field types: attachments, multiple selects, currency, number, and rating. Here we go. In the first video, we created new fields by using the plus button on the right of all of our existing columns. But instead of using that, we're going to use this expand record functionality that's on the left of each row. And what this does is it shows us the same row in vertical fashion instead of horizontal. It makes it very convenient when we want to specifically see the information that's relative to one candidate. So I still have their name, their status, their email, date of entry, date of interview, and it also has a way of adding new fields to the table that will apply to every single row in our table. So let's go ahead and do that. And the next column or field we want to add is a way for us to upload a candidate's CV directly into our base. So we're going to call it CV, and this is called the attachment field. So an attachment field allows you to upload any type of information into Airtable. The attachment field removes the need for something like Dropbox or Google Cloud to store our candidates' CVs. We can upload them directly into Airtable, and Airtable will host them for us. And while we're here, let's explore this little left panel, which gives you other options for uploading files. So Airtable integrates with a bunch of cloud storage providers, or the main cloud storage providers such as Google, Dropbox, and Box, and you can link your account to one of those cloud storage providers with your Airtable account, making the files that you've uploaded there accessible here. We're going to go ahead and upload it manually from my local storage. So I'm going to go ahead and upload John Smith's CV. Confirm. And that CV is uploaded, and I can also access it or see a preview directly from the record view. I can click on it and see a larger preview, and Airtable would do that with most file types that you upload into an attachment field type. All right, let's click out of the record view. So now we have the name, status, email, date of entry, date of interview, and their CV that's uploaded to Airtable. The next field we want to add is a expected salary field, and we're going to use the currency field type. And the currency field type is pretty simple. You have a currency symbol. This is something you can input, so you can put euros if you work in euros, or the dollar sign. Since this is going to be a expected salary, we don't need that high precision, so we're not going to add any decimal points. We won't allow negative numbers. People don't pay us to work for us. And the default, in this case, we won't have one, but you can put a default number here. Let's go ahead and save that. Easy, now we have an expected salary. Let's say John Smith expects to make $100,000. There we go. The next field we want to add are that candidate's credentials. So these are their educational credentials and their professional titles that they have. There we go. Let's customize this. We're going to use a multiple select. A multiple select works very similarly to a single select, but you are allowed to select multiple options among those that are provided. So let's do bachelor's, master's, CFA, CPA, CPA, or CA, CPA. There we go. Save. And then let's say I'm going to select an option. John Smith has a bachelor's degree, has a master's degree, and a CA credential. There we go. So now we have name, status, email, date of entry, date of interview, CV, expected salary, credentials. And the last field we're going to add for now is rating. And this will be a rating that's 1 to 5. That is going to be for candidates that make it to the interview phase, and the interviewer will be able to rate them 0 to 5. Now, in the basic version, you can only select a star. If you go to premium, there are multiple options that you can use the rating with. And then we're going to use it 1 to 5, but you can have a scale of up to 10. There we go. So how this works is that you can start 1 to 5, but since John hasn't gone through the interview, we're just going to leave it blank for now. So we've gone from not knowing what Airtable or a base or a table was to having our first base completed with candidates. So we've explored single line text inputs, single selects, email field types, date of creation, input dates, attachment, currency, multi-selects, and rating. So with this, I wanted to show you the wide variety of field types that Airtable provides. And before the next lesson, I'm going to go ahead and add a bunch of candidates to our first base. And in the next section, we're going to explore how this top nav bar allows us to categorize and better manage our information once our bases or our tables get a little more filled up. So I'll talk to you soon. Cheers.